Hello, accelerators. I am Diane Spadola, and this is episode number 82 of the Thursday afternoon tune-up. One of the things that small business owners and entrepreneurs are well aware of is that visibility, like when you're out and about, when you're in the public, when you're in touch with people, when you seem to be everywhere, that visibility creates opportunities for your business. Why? Because in a word of mouth marketing world, being visible helps people to talk about you. It helps you to talk about what you can do for others. And it also enables those people to keep you sort of top of mind for when somebody asks them, do you know anybody who's a party entertainer? Then immediately somebody that saw you last week can say, yes, I actually do, and refer you. But given the pandemic, this notion of meeting and engaging with our ideal customers has become problematic because that notion of being visible, being out and about, is not something that people are comfortable with at this time. Or it might even be restricted, your ability to be out and about. So let's talk about what some of the things that you can do in order to maintain your visibility during the pandemic. When I'm done with this video, I'd love for you to join my online classroom by the name Accelerate Your Success. You can find us under Facebook groups, and you have to answer 3 simple questions, but then I can approve you. And you can download all the free goodies and watch past episodes of the Thursday afternoon tune-up in that group. Think of this video as your information and inspirational tune-up before the weekend. So, what do? Some people will say things to me like, gosh, Diane, you're everywhere. Well, they're not talking about me being out and about or seeing me in person. What they're talking about is my visibility online. And although it might seem that I am everywhere, I'm in Facebook, I have a new Instagram account, I'm on LinkedIn, sometimes I post to Twitter, but not very often. I have a website, an email newsletter. I'm trying to think what else. Business and personal profiles. And I post to all of those places. You might think it sounds completely overwhelming, but what I can tell you is that my secret to success is that I create one piece of content and then I publish that content in multiple places. So let me tell you how it works. I, for example, each week write a Brushing Up with Bella Faccia newsletter. That newsletter contains usually a couple of images that have to do with the story or the examples of good marketing practices that I'm sharing. After that newsletter is published, the picture that's in that newsletter, as well as the complete rewrite of the newsletter, goes on the blog that's on my website. Okay? So now I have a blog post and an email newsletter. Then the day after that, I don't do this. I have a wonderful woman that helps me. Her name is Mandy. And she takes that blog post and sends me the URL. I then can post that blog post on all types of social media. And usually what I do is I post it in other groups so that people who normally are not my subscribers would have a chance to see that blog post on my website. Okay? In addition, that same newsletter is reprinted in its entirety as an article on LinkedIn. Now, it's the exact same content, but it appears as an article which has a little bit more oomph behind it than a regular, hi, how are you type post. This is all, my LinkedIn is focused on my ideal customers. So that's an important part to remember throughout this entire process. It's create once and publish multiple times. So once the article goes out on the LinkedIn profile page, then I might have it move over to my LinkedIn business page, which really hasn't gotten a lot of traction yet because it's real new. Then 5 variations of the headline for that newsletter are posted into a social media scheduler. That social media scheduler sort of keeps track of what I'm saying to my ideal customers on all my social media outlets. You might have heard of something called Hootsuite or Buffer. I use one called Meet Edgar. It's easy, it's fun, and they provide a lot of customer support. So once the 5 variations of that newsletter headline are in my Meet Edgar scheduler, Meet Edgar will post it automatically to social media for me. Now, I could do it manually, but since I'm posting content all week long, it's just easier if I have a schedule that will take care of it for me. Then that article is then featured in emails to other publications which share the same audience that I do. That's why you'll see me sometimes in Wet Paint magazine. You'll see me sometimes on the International Face Painting Association Facebook page. You might see me in the Paint Pal blog. You might see something that I published going out by the International Face Painting School. All of these organizations provide published content to their audience, and they are looking for content. So a blog article that you write might be sent to one of these publications and would appear with all of your contact information. That's what you want. You want to be able to write something once and then have it appear multiple times wherever your audience hangs out. This Thursday afternoon tune-up video is being broadcast live. So if you're seeing the replay, I'd love to have a comment. But it is being broadcast live on both my Facebook group, Accelerate Your Success, my Facebook business page, Accelerate Your Success Programs, abbreviated as AYS Programs, and also my YouTube channel. Once that's done, we move this YouTube video over into the units on the Accelerate Your Success group so that it can become a piece of content that anybody that's new to the group can investigate. They don't have to go to YouTube. They don't have to leave Facebook. They can just see everything that I've done right in that same place in the units on my Facebook group. Then after that, this YouTube video is transcribed so that at some later date, I might turn it into a fresh article of its own. So my secret for you is write once and publish multiple times in multiple places. Keep it easy. Focus on the one place that your ideal customers hang out. That'll make your job so much simpler. But in the terms of COVID, you can't be out there shaking hands or having lunch or meeting people for coffee. So you need to figure out another way so that your visibility can create opportunities for your business. I'll just end with a question. Are you meeting and engaging with your ideal customers, both on your website and on social media? If you need any help, don't hesitate to get in touch. I'd love to hear some of your stories if you want to type them in the comments below. Thanks so much. I'll see you next week.